In a bid to break the deadlock in Ladakh, Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is likely to meet the Chinese Defence Minister Fenghe later today in Moscow. This meeting comes on the sidelines of the SCO summit. According to sources, the meeting was arranged at the behest of both sides mutually to find a way out of the current stalemate in Ladakh, with both the Indian Army and PLA deployed counter each other. This is the first major political contact between India and China since the Chinese army changed the status quo on the line of actual control in East Ladakh. Now, WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Rajnath Singh joins us live for more. Rajnath, thank you so much for joining us. My first question to you is obviously, what can we expect from this meet?
Well, as of now, this is a meet which is likely to happen. There is a very, very strong likelihood of this meeting happening. We know the Chinese had requested for this meeting, and this is for the second time that they have requested for such a meeting, because remember, the Indian Defence Minister was in Russia earlier this year as well, and that time the Chinese had requested for such meeting, but there was no meeting that happened. But now again we know that this request has been coming from Beijing, but by and large, if it happens, this will be a big political breakthrough, given the fact that there is heightened tension between the two countries, even as the situation remains precarious at the line of actual control, with the Indian and the Chinese forces almost face to face with each other. We know that over the weekend how the Chinese tried to occupy positions in the southern bank of Pangong Lake. This of course was thwarted by the Indian Army, and now of course we know that the Indian Army chief is also in Leh for a 2-day visit. His comments have also come, but by and large, even as the situation remains precarious, what New Delhi has said yesterday, the Ministry of External Affairs said that negotiation is the only way forward. In fact, the Indian Foreign Minister also reiterated the same thing yesterday evening in a conversation, saying that only through diplomacy things can ease out, the situation can ease out.
So, just to confirm, you're saying that there's still a probability that this meet might not happen. Is that what you're saying?
Well, there's a strong possibility the meet might happen. Okay. There's almost a 99% strong possibility of this meet happening at the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers meeting. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers meeting is taking place even as we speak in Moscow. It will continue till 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It started at 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And after the meeting, there is a short period where the meeting is expected, perhaps likely to take place.
All right. Say this meeting does take place. What are the likely issues to be discussed? What are the areas that they're going to touch upon?
Well, given the fact this is the first high-level political engagement between the two sides, if it happens, the obvious thing that will come on the table is that how to ease the situation at the line of actual control. We know that previously as well, the foreign ministers of both the countries, Fenghe and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, had spoken to each other. In fact, special representatives, and they say Ajit Doval and his counterpart, again the foreign minister of China, Fenghe, had a video conference. There have been multiple diplomatic conversations. In fact, military conversations are taking place even as we speak at the line of actual control with the ground commanders meeting. But what is significant about this meeting, first, of course, it's taking at a political level. Secondly, of course, we know that this is the first in-person meeting which is taking place, a physical meeting taking place between the two sides. So obviously, both sides would be keen to have a breakthrough to make sure that things ease out. Also, the another thing which is on the back of the mind of everyone is that there is very short time period, a window left for things to sort out, given the fact that winters will be falling very soon in that part of the region, pretty harsh winters, and before that both sides would like to have a resolution to come out.
All right, Rajnath, thank you so much for all those updates. We will definitely keep tracking this as and when this develops. Thank you so much for joining us.